Next up on WTV, a tour of the school, this week's edition of Real Talk, and today's Sports Minute. WTV's Daily Update starts now. Hey there, Red Hawk Nation. Today is Thursday, September 3rd, and I'm Alyssa Murphy with today's Daily Update, brought to you by Wingspan TV. Leading the way for Frisco ISD the past 3 years is Superintendent Dr. Mike Waldrop. Right now, we begin a 3-part exclusive interview with Dr. Waldrop. Today, he talks about the various things the district has been doing to get ready for the return of students to campuses.
We've been working for months to prepare for this. Obviously in the spring it was a reaction to a situation. It was more of an emergency kind of temporary response, what we did in the spring. But since May, we've been planning in great detail how we would conduct school in the fall, how we would conduct it both virtually and in person. Lots and lots and lots of people have worked months on this, and so I think we're in great shape. We've had a few little issues with virtual learning, but overall it's gone really well, and we're ready for those students that want to come back in person. We've done a lot of prep time, spent a lot of time preparing for that, and so I think we're ready to go. I think we're in good shape. Well, we started in May revamping our curriculum. We had to rewrite the curriculum because it is so different teaching in a virtual environment than it is teaching in person. And then we've also had a lot of different people working on all the disease protocols and disease mitigation protocols that we've implemented at the campus. And then we have, worked to prepare our campuses to receive students and teachers, and to create an environment where they can do that safely. So there have been just a lot of different groups of people working on specific aspects of what it would take to bring students back to campus and what it would take to continue to teach students virtually. And there's so many parts and pieces to that. And just when we think we had vetted everything, then someone else would recognize that there was another area that we needed to address or something like that. And so it's been a very busy time for everyone in the school district. People work 7-day weeks. We've worked for months on end. People didn't take vacations. It took a lot of time to get us where we are. And I feel like we're in a really good place. It seems like things have gone extremely well. And so I'm very pleased with all the work we've done, and I can't thank the people enough that have put in the time and the effort to get us where we are. We started thinking about that months ago. We knew that not only would we need that information internally, people in the community would want to know what was going on at their campuses and in the district as a whole. So several months ago, we started developing the idea of a COVID tracker and even a COVID dashboard. And of course, it's something that other school districts have implemented too. But it's a really good way for all of us to kind of keep track of what's going on in the district and see. And it also kind of alerts us to where hotspots are. Where there might be more of something going on in a different area of the district than there is in another area. But we had the idea for a COVID tracker or some kind of dashboard several months ago.
To campus to be frontline workers in this pandemic?
Yeah, I think anyone that is working with groups of people has to take certain kinds of precautions when you're in those environments. Now, different from a frontline worker in terms of people in the medical profession are dealing with people that they are fairly certain they know are sick. What we're trying to do is prevent the spread. We're not necessarily dealing with people that are ill. Now, obviously, when someone does test positive for the disease, we implement certain protocols to mitigate that. So, I guess in a way, teachers are, but not like medical professionals that are dealing with people that they know have the disease and are having to treat them for their symptoms and their illness. What we're trying to do is prevent people from spreading it. We're not necessarily dealing with the disease and the treatment of the disease itself.
Students new to campus didn't get the opportunity to walk around the school this year. Here's a tour of the school. While navigating around campus is easy for most students, freshmen and new students may have a hard time getting around. Over here is the SRO office. This is where you go if you have any questions to ask the SRO officer, which is Officer Hubbard. And over here is the front office. This is if you are late, if you have late arrival or early release, you exit through here, or if you have any CTE classes, you enter through here. On my left is the library. And on my right is the counselor's office. Once you walk past the rotunda, you'll see the cafeteria. Breakfast is served in the morning, and during advisory, lunch is open. In the hallway to the right of the rotunda are the elective classes and the arts classes behind me. Over here is the nurse's office. And this is the AP office. This is the hallway to the gyms. And over here is the fine arts hallway. Behind me are the doors to the student parking lot. On the hallway left of the rotunda is where most of your classes will be. On my right is the English hallway. At the end of the English hallway, you'll find back doors that'll lead you to the portables and to the field house. The field house can also be accessed through the cafeteria doors. Over my shoulder are the front doors to the library. And this is the social studies hallway. Upstairs on both sides, you'll find science classes. And on this side, language classes. To my right, you'll also find math classes. Reporting for WTV, I'm Alyssa Murphy. On this week's edition of Real Talk, WTV's Madigan Gunya asked students about the fall season.
Hey Redhawks, it's WTV's Madigan Gunya with this week's edition of Real Talk. This week we're going to be asking students about fall. What's your favorite season?
My favorite season has to be football season because it's really fun and I get to hang out with my friends.
I have to say my favorite season would have to be winter because, I don't know, the Christmas season.
So my favorite season probably has to be summer.
What's the best part about fall?
My favorite part about fall is probably the weather. It's really nice outside and it's nice and cool.
Best part about fall is probably pumpkin carving because you kind of do that with your family.
The best part about fall is that The weather gets a lot cooler than it was in the summer, which I really like.
What's your favorite fall food?
My favorite fall food probably has to be stuffing or turkey or just a pumpkin spice latte, you know.
I'd say my favorite fall food, pumpkin pie. It's so good.
My favorite food in the fall is probably apple pie.
Do you prefer Halloween or Thanksgiving?
Halloween or Thanksgiving, I have to go with Halloween. It's really fun. Get to hang out with my friends, stay home, eat candy, watch movies.
If I were to pick between Halloween or Thanksgiving, I would probably pick Halloween because you get to hang out with your friends.
And if I had to choose between Halloween and Thanksgiving, it would have to be Thanksgiving because of all the food that there is.
This is Madigan Gunya reporting for WTV.
WTV's TJ Krulowitz brings you today's Sports Minute.
With the new volleyball season starting up soon, Red Hawk Volleyball has started a new chapter with new head coach Clark Oberle.
I found out Liberty was hiring a head volleyball coach. I was immediately interested just because they've got a really strong volleyball tradition, and just everything I heard about the campus, the other coaches, the student body, the administration, just everybody had great things to say about it. So I felt really confident that it would be a good place to work and an enjoyable place to come to work every day. And that's turned out to be true so far. I've only been here a short time, but I've enjoyed everything about it so far. So I'm really excited to be here.
Even though Clark Oberle has only been here for a short amount of time, he already is impressed with the girls he has been tasked to coach.
Just the energy that the kids bring to practice every day from when we first started in the summer, just with skills training and summer strength and conditioning. They showed up ready to work and ready to listen. They were coachable, and just they had good positive attitudes, really strong sense of team, and wanting their teammates to get better. Just things like that. I hadn't really received hardly any individual attitudes, and that can really break a team sport apart. So just the attitude and camaraderie and chemistry of everybody involved so far has been great to work with.
With Red Hawk Volleyball hoping to improve on last year, Coach Oberle is ready to spike the opponents this season.
Our expectation is to play to win every match we're in, and hopefully we can stay healthy and the virus cannot strike us and we can continue to play and not lose kids to quarantine. But we're just going to show up and play hard every night, and hopefully that'll put us in the postseason at the end. And once you get to that point, pretty much anything can happen. So we're just going to try to put our best six on the court every night, and hopefully good things will happen for us.
District play starts up for volleyball on September 22nd versus Reedy at 6:45 at the Nest. Reporting for WTV, this is TJ Krulowitz.
If you are looking for more from Wingspan, you can follow us at Liberty Wingspan on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, or visit our award-winning website, libertywingspan.com. And now for today's announcements. For any announcements, have your club sponsor email libertywingspanstaff@gmail.com. That's it for today's daily update. This is Alyssa Murphy for Wingspan TV.